Story 1. FMIL tells me getting pregnant before marriage is embarrassing and tells me to get rid of it. So, I just found out I'm pregnant, and I'm beyond excited, and my soon-to-be DH is just as thrilled. We've decided to announce the news at our wedding in a few weeks, once I'm far enough along that the risk of miscarriage is lower. But we did tell our moms early on, just in case anything happens. If a miscarriage were to occur, I wanted the support and love from my mom, and I felt guilty keeping it from her, so we told FMIL too. My mom had the exact reaction I hoped for: tears, hugs, belly rubs, the whole 9 yards. But my FMIL, she didn't exactly share the same enthusiasm. She just stared at us for a moment and then asked, "Well, what are you going to do?" Confused, I replied, "What do you mean, what are we going to do?" Her response, "There's no clinics around here." I was still confused. Clinics for what? To get rid of it. I was floored. Why would we do that? Well, you can't be pregnant before marriage. It's embarrassing. I was stunned. Why is it embarrassing? A lot of people have kids before marriage and are perfectly happy. She shot back, "Well, yeah, but it's bad luck to get married while pregnant. You'll be too fat for your dress." At that point, I was done. The conversation went on like that for a while before I had enough and just walked out. My FDH is furious that he wasn't there to stop her, but guess what? She lost any chance of grandma privileges before she even became a grandma. ETA, I've seen some anti-abortion comments, and I just want to clarify, I am 100% pro-choice. If I didn't want this baby, I wouldn't be keeping it. I support everyone having the right to make decisions about their bodies and their lives. Please don't twist my words. Comment 1. Oh yeah. She never gets to see the child she wants you to abort, so SHE doesn't look bad? Problem solved. This is a hill to die on. She doesn't need to be at the wedding either. Think of all the embarrassment you will be saving her from. Comment 2. But guess who lost grandma privileges before she even became a grandma? She lost the right to be grandma. Fortunately, your LO has your mother, who sounds like she's excited to be a grandmother. MIL doesn't get any information about your pregnancy. MIL is not invited to your baby shower. MIL isn't invited to your gender reveal party. Everything she learns will be via the family grapevine. I suggest not it as grandma for her name. Story 2. MIL solved Easter dilemma herself. Hey everyone, like many of you, I've been dreading the upcoming Easter weekend, and the anxiety has been through the roof. We have a 7-month-old baby girl, and things with my mother-in-law have always been difficult. Before baby, I would just give in to her constant demands and never set any boundaries. It was easier than dealing with her bullying, passive aggression, and my own people-pleasing tendencies. Holidays, especially, have always been a nightmare. No matter how much we tried to accommodate her, it was never enough, and we were constantly guilt-tripped. Fast forward to now, LO is here, and we're finally learning to set boundaries. But, of course, that's led to major meltdowns, manipulation, and passive-aggressive behavior from MIL. I'm just at the point where I don't want to do 2 family visits in one day anymore. It's too much on LO, and honestly, I want to slow down and enjoy the holiday as our little family. We made plans to see my family for a few hours on Sunday afternoon in between LO snaps, and DH was going to talk to his parents about seeing them Saturday afternoon instead. I already knew this wasn't going to go over well, since MIL must have us on the actual holiday. Well, as expected, DH wanted to talk to FIL about plans, and surprise, MIL had planned a camping trip for Saturday, 40 minutes away, in their new camper. FL then said we could either drive to them at the campsite on Saturday or see them on Sunday. Then, last night, FIL text DH, acting like it's an ultimatum. Let us know if we'll be seeing you Saturday or Sunday. Here's the thing. The camper is tiny. No offense to any campers out there, but it's perfect for a couple, not for a family with a baby and 3 dogs. I'm allergic to dogs, and on top of that, it's supposed to rain on Saturday. FMIL has zero consideration for LO. She'll be miserable in the car, cramped into that tiny camper with 4 adults and 3 dogs, and her nap schedule will be ruined. I'm convinced this was her way of forcing us to see them on Sunday, the actual holiday. But here's the twist. FMIL did me a favor. I've decided we won't be seeing them at all this weekend. And we won't be seeing them next weekend either, because we have baby's baptism class, which I've mentioned to her multiple times. I'm done making my baby miserable to accommodate her poor planning, or what DH and I believe is her attempt to control our holiday. Instead of stressing over the inevitable meltdown this will cause, I'm choosing to see this as a win. We get to skip the 2 Easter fiasco, avoid the passive-aggressive comments, keep our baby stress-free, and actually have a relaxing Saturday together as a family. So, shout out to everyone dealing with toxic, manipulative relatives this holiday season. I'm thinking of you all and hoping you get to enjoy a peaceful, stress-free holiday that you deserve. Don't let these women bully, guilt trip, or manipulate you into anything you're not comfortable with. Comment 1. Happy Easter, Opie and everyone else here. We're going to SL's for Easter dinner Sunday, and SL son's in-laws, who happen to have much dollar, will be there as well. And Mile wants to make sure we dress up, clearly to impress the in-laws with the dollar. My hubs said he was going to wear a pair of bunny ears. Comment 2. Good for you. I will never understand the obsession with the "it has to be on the day" bullshit tantrum these stupid women throw every damn holiday. Mine thinks she has carte blanche on these days because I have no family other than my DH and DS. She is still totally monopolizing Mother's Day, Easter, etc. And it's infuriating. When do I finally get a damn holiday? I refuse to do this to my son. I'll just be happy if he wants to see me when he has time. Comentre. She felt so clever thinking she'd back you into a corner. Instead, she played herself. Story 3. My MIL is posting about me and my husband on Reddit, and I don't know how to feel. Earlier, I was scrolling through my feed when a post from her /in-laws popped up, and I started reading it. Has anyone here ever watched Euphoria? Because when I read the title, my son made a hurtful comment to his wife. The first thing that popped into my head was, is this fucking play about us? The post starts with Opie describing how her son and daughter-in-law, DIL, live far away, while both their families are in the same area, so they take turns visiting. I thought, I can totally relate to that. Then Opie talks about how they were all together in the kitchen, laughing, and the son said something about liking his grandma more. I thought, that sounds familiar. My husband has said the same thing before, but then it took a turn. Opie overhears her son say, "My mom's crazy if she thinks she's living with us." That's his sister's name, S-Job or something, and then he and his wife laughed. This exact thing happened a few weeks ago at my MIL's house. She even went on about how her son would never be so hurtful to her before he married DIL. Then I stumbled across another post from OP on her /asshole, and I couldn't help but notice some strange similarities. She talked about FaceTiming her son to show him the bread she made. Weirdly, the day before, my MIL FaceTimed my husband to show him the bread she made. Then Opie shared how she made a joke about how her bread was better than DIL's. And when her son confronted her, she accused DIL of texting from her son's phone. That's odd because I wasn't even aware of a joke being made, let alone messaging MIL about it. Next, Opie posted again on the in-laws sub, detailing her issues with her daughters and hinting at some underlying tension with me. She talked about their family dynamics, how my husband and I met, got married, him joining the military, and even mentioned that she and I have had differences. I was honestly stunned because I didn't even realize we had any differences to begin with. Now I'm stuck. Part of me wants to bring this up to my husband, but another part thinks it's better to let it go. I've vented about MIL here on Reddit before and deleted the post just in case, so I can't really blame her for having space to vent too. Maybe I should just block her and not worry about it. Out of sight, out of mind, right? Or maybe I should keep an eye out to see if she keeps bringing up these differences that we apparently have. What would you all do in my shoes? Edit to those commenting. DL found your post. I can't even have a moment of peace around here. Update. Some people can't keep their mouths shut. Anyway, I ended up blocking her. I know my husband has an account and might have posted about her, so I'll let him handle it when the time comes. It's not that I'm worried about her seeing what I say, but I don't want her showing up on my page every day or blowing up our phones with her side of stories that don't even involve her. She's done that before. I'm also pretty sure she hasn't seen this post, since my husband is currently in surgery for his knee, and she's way more focused on that. I called to let her know he was going into the ER, and she started crying. For now, I really don't care about what she has to say. I've got bigger things to worry about this month. And for anyone wondering, my husband and I have gone LC and NC with MIL before. Last time, it lasted about 8 to 9 months before she held to it, and we agreed to give her a second chance. Lately, she's been mostly fine. But this isn't something I'll be bringing up with my husband until he's fully healed. He needs to focus on recovery, not family drama. If MIL calls or messages him during this time, I'll be taking his phone and deleting them. He doesn't need the stress. Comment 1. Personally, I'd be pleased for the opportunity to get some insider intel, but that's just me. Maybe keep it under your hat for now. If you tell your husband or your MIL, you will have tipped your hand. If you can, keep it under your hat and watch the account. You may get some more helpful information where you might see her in real time getting flamed in the comment section. She got some very clear feedback, so who knows, she might stick around for another dose. Comment 2. U/South, Proposal 5691, I am so sorry that people have called your MIL's attention to your post. This sub is supposed to be a safe place to vent, get help and support. I think blocking her account would be best. My 24-year-old daughter and I are both active on Reddit, and we both blocked each other's accounts. It was a decision we made together. She and I are quite close, but I respect that she is an adult now. Neither of us got our feelings hurt because we understand that everyone deserves a safe space without telling family everything. If your MIL takes issue with being blocked, that is something she has to deal with on her own. You should mention it to your husband casually and let him know you blocked her to allow everyone involved to have their own safe space without being monitored. Sending you positive thoughts and virtual hugs if you want them. Comment 3. I hope you saw all of the comments defending you and your husband. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next video.